Let me see if I understand. You want to be called African American because even though you were born in America, you are descendants of Africans. Those African Americans want to call me a European American because I was born in America and am descendants of Europeans. But my wife cannot be an African American because even though she is a descendant of Africans, she was not born in America, so you only consider her African. So it's okay if you have African in your title, even if you've never set foot on Africa. It's okay if I have European in my title, even if I've never set foot in Europe. But my wife, who busted her butt to become an American citizen, have dual citizenship in a country in Africa and America, she cannot have both in her title. And to show how broken your logic is even more, my children can be called African American because they are descendants of Africans and were born in America. But again, their mother cannot. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you are just American. I am just American. If we want to be anything more, we need to go earn it. The irony in all of this is I'm going to get my citizenship before you. So I'm going to be an African American before you will.
Hey, African here in Africa. Can you and your wife stop taunting African Americans with your videos? They are lame, childish, and ignorant. The both of you need to go learn the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. You would never be African. You are European. Stick with it. Your wife would never be African American. She's Kenyan American. She should stick with that. Your kids would never be African Americans. They are Kenyan Americans. They should stick with that. I mean, I don't expect much akwanuche from you because you are white, but your wife, the ancestors are literally rolling in their graves. She should be embarrassed.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. Guys, today I come with very annoying video. There's a video that is pissing me off. I hate it when white people disrespect black people and there's another black person standing beside that person and encouraging them and bullying other black people with that white person, maybe because they feel like this person is my partner or not. It pisses me off, like it boils my blood. So there's something I saw on October 12th. I saw a video of a white guy telling African Americans that they are not African American. They cannot be called African American. They can only be called Americans because they are American citizens, not Africans. I disagree with his children being called African Americans. Like, no. Like, his children can be called Kenyan American, not African American. Like, we all know black Americans who identify as African Americans. Their ancestors were rooted out of Africa and were forced to be Americans. These guys never asked to be Americans. They've never asked for it, but they were forced to be Americans. So having African in their title, like in their name, is just their way of reserving their originality, where they come from, their roots. So anybody who is not like a descendant of slave don't supposed to answer that African American in my own logic. Like, if you're not descendant of slave, you don't supposed to be African American. Attach the name of the country you come from with the American citizen you are. If you're a Nigerian, you are a Nigerian American. If you're a Kenyan, you are a Kenyan American. That is my own logic. I reacted to this video, and guys, I said a lot of things in that video. I wanted to upload it, but I mistakenly deleted due to lack of space. Later, I forgot about all those issues. Then I saw Anita reacted to it. I like it, and like, you know, Anita, she's one of the Pan-Africanists here in Nigeria. So after Anita reacted to it, these people came to her channel, came to her TikTok video, and they were bullying her, like sent their white supremacist fans to go and bully Anita, report the video she made. TikTok took it down because, according to Anita, she said those people don't have akonuche. Akonuche is an Igbo word, which means you don't have common sense. When someone said you don't have akonuche, it means you don't have common sense. So Anita, instead of telling them they don't have common sense, Anita used Akonoshe, say they lack Akonoshe, which is the reason why they said African Americans don't supposed to be African Americans. So after reporting Anita video, these people, Anita came to see that they've reported her video. She now go talk to TikTok and they restore her video back. So she now made a reply video like talking about what she went through, and I was like, okay, let me go and check these people out, because at first time I saw that video, I just downloaded that video and blocked that man. So I was like, okay, let me go and search for these people and watch their video. As I get to their page, guys, I was boiling. Like, since last night, I have been like very, very angry. I'm not really mad at that guy. I'm mostly mad at his Kenyan wife. Let me put some of the clips I got from their page for you guys to watch before I say what I want to say.
So I'm going to be an African American before you will.
Hey, African here in Africa.
Oh, snap. She has almost 30,000 likes on her video, and she's an African. I might want to sit down for this. I may have met my match. I'm not gonna lie, I am expecting something that sounds really intelligent.
I mean, I don't expect much Akwanushi from you because you are white.
A little underwhelming, not gonna lie.
Your wife, the ancestors are literally rolling in their graves. She should be embarrassed.
You know, I did meet them. We did get married together in Kenya, and they weren't embarrassed. Actually, I think they liked me. Now, I don't want to sound mean or anything, but you kind of sound like a Pan-African. Yeah, you weren't really hiding it. You just kind of kept it out in the open for everyone to see. For those of you who don't know what a Pan-African is, let me lend you over to the African-American in the room, and she'll tell you.
Hold on. Actually, a little bit more African to sell this, just in case. What is a Pan-African? A Pan-African is an African who is racist. That's the short and long of it. A Pan-African is just like a black supremacist. They are very empowered by their Africanness. Therefore, they will gatekeep culture, because how dare you, a vanilla person, sharing African culture, and so on and so forth.
All right, back to the...
Excuse me, wife here. Sasa wewe. Pilipili sio ile ya kuashiani. Pilipili sio ile ya kuashiani. Wakati onike keke yako ya what is eating you? Umeleta kimbelembele hapa. Wanajulia keulia. Don't speak on my behalf. Thank you very much. Mimi niko na mdomo yangu. Dukadehere wanawe ni gukuru. We, tokulwa muno dukadehere goma. Firstly, yeah, my husband has been to Kenya. Have you been to Africa? No, you have not. No, nyenyenyenye wale ha muha.
Nyokue eroka gatira nyokue eroka emurongaro yo eroka mu wanaketa oyo eroka mu mwamunje.
As you can see, this man of mine, yeah, whose ancestors are from Germany, he's German by ethnicity, he flew all the way to Kenya to pay my bride price and take his bride in my ratio. Africans, you will notice, embrace those who honor and respect our culture. Not those who gatekeep and claim it, such as some people I know who are in America who call themselves African American just because they're black.
After Anita replied to this guy made a video saying that, replying to Anita, which, like, in his reply video, he don't have any logic thing, any meaningful thing to say about everything Anita explained. So, but what his wife said is what made me like mad. His wife, as you can see in the video, said Anita is a Pan-Africanist, and Pan-Africanist, anybody who is Pan-Africanist is a racist. Guys, that means me, I'm a racist. Maya is a racist. Like all of us who are standing for the right of Africa, who want to Africa freedom, we are all racist. And I asked this Kenyan girl, are you normal? Are you normal? Like Iberibe. All I see on that girl's video is a bunch of Iberiberism. Like, how can you come on social media and disgrace Africans like this because you are married to a white man? Guys, oh God, how can you come and dishonor Africans like this because you are married to a white man? Does it mean that you don't know what is Pan-Africa? How can you put racism beside Pan-Africa? How can you put black supremacy beside Pan-Africa? So you don't want freedom of Africa. You don't want Africa to be free from white supremacy, from colonial, from exploitation. People that have been exploiting us since the beginning of the world. People that has been taking a lot of things from us. You don't want us to be free from them. And anybody who is promoting Pan-Africa is a racist. Guys, I don't know that, oh God, I don't know that there will be an African person who will say this kind of thing. Where, God. Let's forget about what you said about Africa, about Anita. Let's talk about how you join your husband. This lady joined her husband to bully black Americans. Do you have anything against black Americans? Like, the only explanation to what this woman is doing is pure hate towards black Americans. This woman said that her husband is more of an African than, oh God, oh my goodness, I feel like is more of an African than black Americans. And I'm like, if they shake his DNA, can it be any trace of Africa in his DNA? What made this man an African? I want to know what made him an African. Because he have stepped foot in Kenya to marry you, or because he's married to a Kenyan person. That means he's more of an African than people who have African lineage in their DNA, than people who have trace of Africa in their DNA. Guys, why, girl, why? You can do your marriage in peace, like post other things in peace without bullying black people. Anybody who watched this man video knows that this man has hatred for black people. It's not even like only black Americans. This man has hatred for black people, because if you don't have hatred for black people, I don't see the reason why you make your content, everything about your content, bullying black Americans and telling them they are not Africans. I watched a lot of videos from this people's channel. The only thing I see is a bitter couple who don't have love between them, couple who don't have anything to do in life, couple who are going through some miserable situation in their life and who want to vent their frustration on other people. Because we have seen a lot of black women who are married to white people. We have seen them make a lot of lovely videos showing us beautiful things about them, showing us a lot of their beautiful moments. Please take your time, put your time in making your family better. You can put all this energy you put in bullying black people, you can put that in promoting your marriage. You can earn money from it, and you can also make your life better. You can get genuine love. Anybody who is loving you for bullying black Americans, telling black Americans that they are not Africa, that person is not an African person. Every African will not support that. If you're bullying black American, if you are a Kenyan bullying black American, that means you can also bully another African person. If you hate black Americans for any reason, you also hate Africans. There is no need fighting on social media. All this unnecessary fight is busting my head, because sometimes when I look at this fight, I don't see the reason why we should fight ourselves on social media. I don't see the reason why any black person would join a white person who you see that this person hates black people. I don't see the reason why you join them to prove a point. What point are you going to prove? Like that akonushe, this person is saying you lack common sense, because if you don't lack that common sense, you know that those videos you're not making any valid point. And again, some people say that in the comment section. So there's a video I watched. In the comment section of that video, a lot of people were saying that this girl used to identify as Kenyan American. All of a sudden, she started identifying as African American. Which I believe that her husband was the person who originated all those things. I know that her husband don't have any good intention other than bullying black Americans. For them to report Anita's video, which addressed their video, which means these guys are hateful. And for them to say that Anita is racist for addressing what they said about African America, you see the way you see how they value Africans. Because if they love Africa, if this man truly love Africa and Africans, he will not like say Pan-African. Anybody who is a Pan-African is a racist. Please, we don't need white people to be valid. Like, we don't need them. With the way that guy is behaving, his intention is not clear. Look at his wife. I feel like he have made his wife, like he have turned his wife to a puppet. That's why she's behaving like that, like somebody who no get sense. Look at the way she's looking, with tattoo all over her body, with oh God. I look at that woman, I'm like, no. Guys, in the Kenya, you guys, you should advise your sister, because your sister is disgracing Africa. Your sister is disgracing Africa. Please, there shouldn't be fight among black people. Like, any white person who is bullying black people, any black person don't supposed to support them. Whether that person is your wife or your husband, don't supposed to support them. The best you can do is to shut your mouth if you cannot control him. But all their videos are so annoying. They will boil your stomach, like they will make you angry. And no matter what you do to make this man see reason, he will not see reason. No matter what you do to make this woman see reason, they will not see reason. What is the need to bully people? What is the need to drag if African Americans are African? Something that you cannot change. This man cannot change this point. You cannot do anything. You can only do all these things on TikTok. You can only make your video on. You cannot change it. You cannot change the blood of African running in their vein. You cannot change it. So who are you to tell them that they're not supposed to be African, titled as identify as African Americans? Who are you? I want to know who you are to make that rule. Who are you to tell them that they are not supposed to identify as African Americans? Sometimes you should know our limit. Not that because we can come on social media to say anything. An African person cannot go and tell Europeans how to identify or how to go about their life. Black American person cannot tell an American person, a white American person, that they cannot identify as European if they want to. So you guys should like leave us alone. Leave black people alone. Leave black people alone. Mind your business. Don't tell us. We Africans, we know that they are our brothers. Don't come and tell us they are not. You don't have that right. Put your effort in making your wife happy. Cuddle her from morning to night. Feed her with love, because as I'm looking at her, she lack love. She lack her husband love. Because her husband is on social media fighting what the fight he don't supposed to fight. Feed your husband or your wife with love, so that you guys will make better video, and we will support you guys, because you're marrying our black sister. But this one you're doing is no.